All right, let's do it live on a Monday edition of Cleveland Browns Daily. I am merely Bo. He's the great Z. Look at us. We're both in kind of baby blue.
Hello.
A little bit. I like the.
Yes, we are in baby blue because there's no blue in the sky.
Dude.
Hello, ma'am.
Nice to see you. Hope you have a great day. How'd that wind treat you?
So when we walked out of here on Friday,
Yeah.
a tree was uprooted right in front of the Browns facility.
That's right.
And then another one, it looked like down there. I didn't go that way. You go that way.
Yep.
Crazy. Fortunately, at our property, all good. But just nuts. The wind's been nuts.
We have.
And I don't even get it. How do you go from 70 to 20 in 2 days, by the way?
I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the weather. We had 5 trees, all taller than 35 feet tall, go down.
In your yard?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. No, we were very lucky for that.
We were out yesterday. We were out picking up sticks, and I was getting on the boys because they did not maybe have the pace that I was looking for with them to pick up the sticks, and there was a lot of dancing and nonsense, and I just kind of wanted to get it done. I just kind of wanted to get some work done, and they were maybe not quite as enthusiastic to get the work done. And I'd say about a 35, 40-foot tree fell 10 feet from me just randomly.
Like while you were out there?
While we were out there. Like we were at the fire pit. It blew over. It landed.
Did you hear like
10 minutes? No, it just went boom. I was like, whoa. All right, let's go in. Let's go.
Jeez Louise.
Let's go inside.
Yeah, that's no good.
Yeah. So, no, it's utter chaos. And now we're going to have 23. I mean, it's 38 degrees now.
We're supposed to have, like, depending on which source you look at, potentially like a half a foot of snow.
Yeah, what are we doing?
I don't know.
This happens, I guess. But then does it stick around? Like, is it here for a while or is it gone?
No, but I think we're going to be in a world of 45 to 55 through the middle of April. That's what, according to our AccuWeather.
45 through 55 through the middle of April.
In fact, like the last days that they've got show like mid-40s. I'm like, that one taste of it, we've had 2 kind of tastes of it. Monday of this past week, and then you think about what happened on Friday, and then yesterday. Like yesterday, we got to sit outside.
Yeah, Saturday was good, too.
Saturday was good, too.
We were AAUing, but it was decent, wasn't it?
I don't know. I wasn't outside on Saturday. I think it was decent.
Yeah, I think Saturday was okay, and then yesterday was really
I was dealing
warm.
with plenty of stuff, which I'll tell you about afterwards.
Well, I don't know. I mean, we'll just do this here. Why the hell not? So, when you have a family of 5 and you're trying to go on spring break, you need to plan months in advance. Months in advance. And so, this was kind of the last hurrah for the oldest before he gets into high school, and then things get a little bit more restrictive. So, we had booked a trip to Maui, and so we were going to Maui. We were there a couple of years ago, and we're flying Friday and back Friday. Well, I talked about with you last week. They got biblical, and honestly, we couldn't decide where to go, and part of the reason we were going to go to Maui was, well, it'll be perfect. It always is. It's always perfect. It's always 82 degrees. It's sunny. It's all of it.
Seems like
safest. There's a premium on that, but that it's safe, and that you're going to guaranteed you're going to get weather. So they've had biblical rain for like 6 days in a row, and so they have mudslides and washouts and all of this stuff. And the cancellation on the resort was 14 days. But I looked at the extended, and so we called last week, and they said, look, call us on Monday, and we'll tell you what's going on. And I looked at the AccuWeather, and it was just rain. And
Beamsy's been on this, right? Beamsy's been worried about this.
Beamsy's been all over it. He was the first one that made us aware of it, honestly. Yeah. He's like, this doesn't look good. And so we were on it. And so this morning I saw it, and so my wife called the resort, and they gave us the full refund, and so we're not going. So now what that does is that forces you to have to pivot in what amounts to a 5-hour period to go somewhere this week.
Yeah.
So your options are pretty limited. So we did get it done, but it was the most stressful 2 hours.
And it happens to be quite a popular time in this.
It's an right. No one can fly. It is, so, and you took such great care to make sure that everything was pretty curated on the other one, and now it's like a shotgun wedding.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going here. We're going to do this, and we got to make it all work.
You'll be fine because you will not be in this.
Well, I won't be here, but
Yes.
and so yeah, but that was my morning. So yeah, it's been. I've had the worst travel luck ever. Like in my life, I don't know that anyone could top it. Truly, like if we go time by time, all the stuff that's happened, and so I just hope for happy flights and safe flights, and hope for the best. But I've never had a whole. This is the second time I've had a vacation canceled because of weather. Like that happened one other time when Amy and I before the boys came. But this is nuts. Like to have that here, to have 50-degree temperature change here,
in 2 days.
Blizzards. I mean, it's nuts out there, kids. It's nuts in the streets.
Yeah.
Be careful.
And we've also reached a point of travel where, like, if you are on time, it's like a miracle. It used to be where they'd be like, this plane's 90% on time. 90%, no way.
The biggest thing that I think they're doing, which is causing a lot of stress for flyers, and I just experienced this last week when we flew to Kansas, and again, I'm going to have to go through Chicago, my whole intent was not to, but I have to. I just didn't have options. But the biggest mistake I think they're making, other than the bag stuff's out of control. Like they shouldn't have started charging people for bags because then everybody wants to carry on, and so there's never enough bin space, like so forth. It's just ridiculous. So that's a problem. But then the other thing that they're doing is they are setting your departure time isn't necessarily really critical at all. What's really critical is when does the door close on the boarding door? That's what really matters. When are you boarding and when are you closing that? So the departure time, they'll move that 20 minutes whenever they want, backward, whatever. But the real issue is they say arrival time. Arrival time is irrelevant. What matters is when do I get at the gate? So if my arrival time is 10:30 and I have a connecting flight at 11:35, okay, fine. But if my arrival time, if I'm boots on the ground at 10:30, but I'm not to the gate until 11:10, then that's not my arrival time. My arrival time is 11:10. My arrival time is the second the door to that plane opens and I get off. That's my arrival.
That's what happened.
Not
in
landing
Atlanta
in a plane.
They forced pregnant Miss Kate. Wouldn't let her on the plane.
I mean, it's insanity.
Yeah.
It's insanity. So it's really not on the apps and all that stuff when they say, "Oh, we've arrived 10 minutes early." Jimmy Crack Corn and I don't care. I need to know when am I getting off the plane.
Well, it takes forever to get off planes now because of, as you mentioned, all the overheads. But I don't believe there's such thing as an on-time flight anymore. Your flight is either on time, which means you get there a half hour early.
Yeah, then they never have a gate ready.
Or you're delayed.
Yeah.
There's never like, oh, this is when I'm supposed to get there. You're either going to get there way ahead of that, or you're not going to get there even close to that.
I think that's fair.
Which is also a crazy way that.
And by the way, we got this TSA thing.
Yeah, that's not
in the 3
good.
busiest weeks of air travel of the year.
Yeah, not good.
Not going to go well.
No.
Honestly, like I consider just driving to Florida. Like, let's just drive. That's a long ways.
It's pretty far.
It's a long ways.
It's pretty far.
It's a long ways. But
yeah, I'm nervous. We got Arizona.
Yeah, but you're direct.
We are direct.
Yeah.
And I'm not so worried about getting out of here, but I am very worried about coming back through that airport.
Through Phoenix?
Yeah. Phoenix can have plenty of long lines under normal conditions.
Yeah, but you got the clear and the TSA, right?
We got clear.
No TSA?
No TSA. I don't fly.
Oh, yeah, you're always private. You don't have to worry about it.
Well, that is not true. I'm always on the team's plane.
Well, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
I mean, that's charter, private, whatever.
I would love to be private.
You're private a little, but I mean, you're chartered, so
Yes.
then you don't have to deal with it.
I don't typically.
That's right. Like probably 2 or 3 times a year, you flying commercially.
Like a regular flight. Yes.
Yeah. So
And with Amex, you get the clear, so it's like
you get the clear for free.
I'll just do it.
The TSA, you should do the TSA. It's the easiest thing ever. It takes 10 minutes. It's very simple.
Yeah.
And then you got to have the new ID and all that.
What was crazy is when I flew back from Fort Myers, I got through security 10 times faster than the pre-check people. The pre-check line was twice as long as the regular line.
So that happened to me on the way back from in Kansas City, where I went through clear and I'm looking over at just the normal TSA pre-line, and that's flying, and then clear put me through regular steerage. It happens at Hopkins all the time. The TSA, Amy always says this, the TSA clear line in the middle is a absolute hodgepodge. Like you just can't get through it. It's just a mess.
Yeah.
But if you go all the way to the end
regular clear,
where the clear is,
just walk through.
You walk right through.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. There's no good way to do it. It's just a mess, and My guess is I'm not optimistic.
By the way, how about young Gabriel running into Tarvs in the wild?
That's incredible.
I love it.
Just in the wild.
In the wild. Both of those two.
So
just
great.
Uncaged, unfettered, out there.
And then young Gabriel just, being real excited about it.
Very excited about it.
Love that.
Yeah.
Love that. Love to see. Love to see that. Look at Gibby in there.
I know.
How's your weekend, Gibby?
Lots of outdoor work.
Did you have a lot of
work
trees
on the
down?
house, outdoor work on the house. Everything was fine. Picking up sticks. Like you, I was disappointed my 3.5-year-old grandson wasn't moving at the speed that I needed him to move, picking up sticks. He literally was like, give me the biggest one. I'm just going to walk, and I'm going to point out where you missed picking up the dog poop. And here's a stick.
There's
a stick.
That's
oh,
great.
yeah? How about you pick that up? Nah.
No, I'm good.
He would be like, no.
I'm good, Peepaw.
There's your stick. There's a stick. Awesome. Thanks.
Thanks,
Crushing
pal.
it.
Team player.
Yep, exactly. I'll remind you of this one day.
Well, there's no end to it either because there's so much debris.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, every time you turn around, it's pretty crazy. So
it is tough.
It is what I'm fine picking up sticks when it's 74 degrees and sunny.
Yeah,
I'm happy to do that.
So we were really, but again, it was so windy yesterday where we were that they were falling even around us.
Yep.
Yesterday. It was crazy. Nuts.
I had something strange happen to me yesterday. I'm going to run this by you.
All right.
So
my notes.
Sundays are garbage day, and then when you have boxes and stuff, you just put the boxes out with your.
Oh gosh, here we go. I know this. Go. Yeah.
This one's crazy. This one I don't know. I want to get your theory on it.
All right. I got a lot of thoughts on this.
So I
Sunday.
put the boxes out.
Yep.
And we go for a walk at 5 something, and at this point the wind's not terrible.
Okay.
So they're
they
sitting
pick
there.
Up this is for the Monday pickup.
Yes, for the
Okay,
Monday morning.
pickup.
Yeah.
Okay. Monday pickup. Okay.
And they're very nice. You don't if you want to just toss a couple out there, because I've had some wines or whatever coming in these big old boxes,
Yep.
and it's too much. So you just put them out there and they just toss them in, and it's good.
Yep.
So I put the boxes out there. I'd stack them in a way that they were reinforced, with heavy stuff, so that they shouldn't really blow away.
Yep.
But you never know.
Never know in these conditions.
In these conditions, yeah, a tree blew over.
Right, that's right.
That was
That's right.
that was a tree
That's
that had
right.
roots.
That's right.
This is just a box.
Just a box, man.
So we go for the walk, and it takes about 20 minutes to get around our loop. And when we come back, the boxes are all gone. Gone. Now, this has happened in the past where
there's no pickup, so this is just someone has taken them or they've blown.
Which is, given the circumstances,
Rare.
You would
Very
think
rare.
that they would have blown away.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
It's happened before, where we come back and then, I see one of my boxes in the neighbor's yard across the street, and I go get it, and in the morning I'll go put it back so it can get picked up appropriately. They were gone. They didn't blow into the lake. They didn't blow into the pond. They didn't blow into the river. They didn't blow into anybody's yards. They didn't blow. They are gone without a trace. So either somebody was just driving around, was like, hey, I'll take some boxes.
Could be moving.
Possible.
Moving. No
They're
pickup
beautiful
day.
boxes.
They heavy weight bearing.
Yeah, very, very much so. Very.
Yep. It's a sturdy
each box
box.
could handle 50 pounds, taped up very nicely, no problem.
Yeah.
So maybe
That would track.
that's the only thing I can think of, or they literally blew up into a gust and flew away like balloons, because they are not anywhere around. I've had boxes blow away before, and they are usually
where to
one,
look.
2, or 3 places that are all very obvious, and you're like, oh god, I gotta get the boxes.
Yeah.
And it happens to other people in the neighborhood. Now, we did have garbage cans that were blown across the street, and garbage cans that were blown over, and all this or whatever. These boxes gone. So I guess somebody drove. The only thing I can think of is somebody drove around and picked them up.
Here's the problem. Is your name on those boxes?
Yeah.
That's not. Yeah.
Why is that a problem?
I just don't like when people. If somebody knows where I live,
That's right.
I'll go. I usually burn a label off so that there's not a.
Well, I was just putting.
But
them
you
out.
were just
I
putting them
expect
out
them
to be
taken
recycled. Yeah.
by the garbage people.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
it's
feel
also,
like it's a moving. My hunch would tell me that would be somebody who's moving,
and they just were like, "Hey,
and they were
cool
looking. Hey,
boxes.
I need some boxes for storage. These are great. They're heavy.
They are fantastic boxes."
Because you would know, this happens all the time
Yeah,
for
you
us.
see blowing
people,
around.
our neighbors'
Yeah.
box. Everyone's neighbors. They blow forever.
Yeah.
Down the street.
But you see them.
You see them, and there's also clearly a code of honor there. go pick up your stuff.
Yes.
Obviously, like
Yeah. I've had stuff blown in my yard, and I just if it's like the time for it to go, I just pick it up and I stick it in my stuff. And then I can
whatever.
take it in the garbage,
Like, just
whatever.
get it out of here.
Or if
Yeah.
I see it and I know it's mine, I go get it. Yeah,
right,
of course,
because you live in a society, right?
That's right. But it was crazy to see. Them
I
just being
think that
gone.
that to me strikes me as someone was driving around, saw big heavy boxes, and says,
That's a 5:30 on a Sunday evening.
It's a choice.
Like, I kind of wish we had seen it happen.
That would have been good to witness.
Yeah, been like, oh,
I
And
don't
the boxes
think
had good
I don't
stuff,
think anybody
padding in
picked
it.
up anything. I think is windier than you thought, and I think those boxes are.
You think they just blew out?
I mean, they would have had to have blown.
but the
1,000
where
yards.
Your setup is there's no way.
No, it would have blown either across into the
Uphill,
neighbor
right?
or to the right, which it'd have to go across the street, like in the neighborhood of street, but across the street. And then there's houses that, like, it would have blown up into.
Yeah, there really
There
isn't.
isn't a
There's
escape.
not like a field for it
No.
to just blow down for a quarter
No.
mile like there isn't there.
They've blown away before and always have been visible. This one was standing like
It blew like
nothing was
crazy,
visible.
but I just don't know. Like, because of the way your neighborhood is, I just
Yeah,
don't
no
know
way.
where it could go.
Right, so basically you have an outer fence,
Yeah,
a ring of homes that it
yeah.
would
Now your wind would have been coming.
was
from,
coming off of, or you know that. Okay,
Yeah,
so it was
yeah,
coming
yeah.
off of the pond away from our house directly at the neighbors across.
Yeah,
us.
so that's where it would have gone. It would have
but
been
it's
right
not there. Right,
and it's
that's
not
my point.
there. So yeah.
Like, I even went and looked. I'm like, oh, maybe it blew even harder
Yeah.
than I think. And I went and gave a gander, and and they have all trees right there. They have a line of pines.
Yeah,
Like, it would have hit the pines.
yeah. You would have thought. That's puzzling.
And somebody had to have taken them for there to be
think there has
because even if, like, let's say they
think
blew
it has to be.
away,
Yeah.
there was some stuff like in the boxes. It wasn't just a box that was empty of air. There were, like, little crates or whatever that would have, if it flew, things would have fallen out. Like, there would have been some sign
Yeah.
of debris in the direction that it went. Now, the boxes they have spread their wings and flown like a beautiful butterfly. I don't know.
Sure.
But there would have been signs and debris,
Yes.
and there was none.
There was none.
Vanished. Poof. Gone.
That's wild.
Yeah, that is well. By the way, I wanted to bring something to your attention.
Please.
Not that it's for us to do anytime soon, unfortunately.
Go
But
ahead.
our good pals at Red Vanley have now introduced. They've got for the summer this year. Oh gosh, seersucker shorts.
I saw him. I didn't want to make a big deal about it because I feel like I'm going to need a pair.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
You gotta have it.
Yeah, I think
especially you. I could see you in
I'm
those in
gonna
your
prance around.
Yeah,
in those
prance
suckers.
around in that white
Come on,
shirt
nice
with your blue
chocolate-
seersucker.
Chocolate
And
loafer.
then a loafer.
Little
Yeah,
loafer.
a little- no
Come on,
sock.
dude.
Yeah,
Come
I
on.
can see it already.
It's going to be great.
I mean, there's no doubt.
That's
Yeah,
what's needed. Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw it.
Yeah.
I saw it.
It's pretty good.
I know it. They know what they're doing. I think they're very good. They do the golf short better than it's ever been done, and no one is ever going to do it better.
I'm gonna say they do anything that you have to wear on your blower
I'm wearing
half.
right now.
I am currently not, which I should be.
Yeah, I've got the pant. I've got the pant on. So
Yeah.
it's a delight.
And the cords.
I have not scooped those up yet, but the pants are great.
God,
Yeah,
are they
I mean,
good,
it's-
especially in these conditions.
In this 23 degrees, dude.
What are we gonna do?
What are we going to do? All right, we've got some football late Friday.
I'm gonna have a hard time with this name for obvious reasons.
I just started reading this. I was going to Ron Burgundy of it.
Yeah.
What are we going to do? We have is it Kalia?
Yeah.
Okay,
it's
Kalia Davis, starting defensive tackle to a 1-year deal. So we talked about they wanted some more D-tackle depth players.
Yep.
So you got to have a pretty good scouting report from El Pedro.
Yeah, he's not happy that he's gone. He got mad last year. Malik Collins is gone. Now he's not happy. He had 4 tackles for a loss. He's not a pass rusher, but he's a bigger guy in the middle, and that's kind of what we're looking for, a little strength at the point of attack in the middle. We have our pass rusher guys. That's not necessarily his game, but he has been a solid player, and he started all 17 games for a team that is as good as the 49ers. That feels pretty good.
Jerome Ford becomes the third Brown to sign with another team, joining Devin Bush and Cam Thomas. He signed with the Commanders. MJ, Chief, Wyatt Teller, all unsigned.
Does that surprise me? Yes.
Well, how about it?
How about it? Does surprise me. I would love, obviously, Njoku and Teller have said their goodbye, so I won't say, I would love to have them back. Of course we would have. We're well documented on that.
Yeah.
Our great affection for those two. but they are moving on. I want MJ Emerson back now at this point. Sign him back on a 1-year minimum deal. What are we doing?
Yeah, it seems easy. Feel like the coaches would love him. He knows everything.
I know
he knows the system. Would fit. It's a low
He's a
risk,
dog.
high reward.
He's a dude.
Culture guy.
Yes.
Like, the players love him.
He's everything you want.
He does.
And you're getting him. He's going to be hungry. I mean, the crazy thing is MJ Emerson, had he not gotten hurt last year and played at the level that he had played his first 2 seasons in the NFL, he's probably signing a $15 million a year deal.
Yes. Yeah.
So let's go ahead and help him and have him help us. And I feel like it's a win-win. It's all winning. So I would love MJ Emerson back every day that goes by. Let's see if I can get a little intel on that. I would love him back. I'm surprised on Njoku and Teller, especially Teller, and then Joel Bitonio. Like that we don't, unless
it's
I'm
weird
missing
that we don't
something,
have a concrete decision on that.
No, which makes me think that he is not retiring, because I think if he was retiring, it would have happened. So he's obviously looking, and my guess is maybe he's going to either wait for a situation to present itself that is good to him. Like Joel Bitonio is in no rush to get into OTAs.
Oh no! In fact, he could. We've seen this before with veterans, where they kind of have a wink, hush, hush deal. I'll see at training camp.
Yeah, that's all he needs.
That's all he needs.
Yeah.
I mean, like Hoff said, towards the end of his career, give him 3 days. Like when he still had his former playing weight and all that. Give me 3 days, I could be ready to go. I'm guessing Joel's exactly the same.
Yeah.
So he doesn't need to be at OTAs or any of that stuff. So I could see him having a situation where he's got I got your back. But it does feel like he's not retiring,
right?
And it does feel like he's not returning here,
right?
So. That's my guess is my hunch would be. I mean, there's several West Coast teams
that make a lot of sense.
That make a ton of sense.
Yes.
That are all contenders. I mean, the Chargers, the Broncos, the 49ers. There's all sorts of contenders out there that would be probably a good fit for his services. And he played with Kyle, right, when Kyle was here.
Yeah.
That
was his rookie year.
Yeah, rookie year.
This is his rookie season.
That
makes it. That would make a lot of sense.
Yeah,
but I am surprised.
Teller surprises me too. I'm surprised that he's not. And then Chief, it was just a weird year for him last year.
Yeah.
So,
but he still can help.
He's still a player,
definitely.
Though.
Yes, no doubt.
Yeah. Sometimes you're trying to find the perfect spot. A couple other things NFL wise. This surprised me. The Jets have traded quarterback Justin Fields to the Kansas City Chiefs for a 6th-round pick. It doesn't surprise me that he's no longer on the Jets. It surprised me that Kansas City was the destination.
I think.
Go ahead.
Number one. We don't know exactly when Mahomes is back, so I'm sure they want somebody that can operate. And I think when you give somebody with Justin Fields' skills in, let's call it 3rd down or let's call it red zone area, goal line area, to Andy Reid, I think it just opens up such a world of possibilities for them that I think he'll be used even when Mahomes is totally healthy. Andy Reid will just find a way to use him effectively, and I think he'll be quite good. And listen. So Justin Fields, the way I understood it, is that they had multiple trade suitors,
okay,
and he got to pick.
Oh,
they let him pick, and this is what he picked. So
he's looking big picture then.
I think
he's the big picture.
I think saying, here I can come here, I can have some value, I can play on a championship contending team,
yep,
and I have a chance in Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes, finishing school maybe to figure out what that missing piece is, because he's got the size, he's got the arm, he's got the athleticism, he's got the leadership. Players like him.
Yeah.
So maybe he'll be able to find that missing sauce that, Sam Darnold seemed to find in San Francisco and then go to Minnesota and now in Seattle where he's the defending Super Bowl champion. There's a lot of that in the league. And this is one that we haven't really talked about because it's always been Mahomes. You haven't seen kind of somebody go there. But I would look at Daniel Jones if I were Justin Fields and say Daniel Jones didn't play in Minnesota.
No.
But he was there and said it completely revamped how he played the position of quarterback and then went on to have his biggest success, at least early in the season in Indianapolis, and got a monster contract out of it.
Yeah.
So if I'm Justin Fields, that's what I'm hoping for. So that's where it is.
I love it from his perspective.
And I like it from the Chiefs because I think that he will be able to be somewhat of a weapon for them. And I know they brought in Kenneth Walker, but now all of a sudden, if you're in the red zone and you've got him and Kenneth Walker running read option, and then he's got play, he can still throw the football. It's not like you can't.
Yeah.
It just gives them a lot of opportunities. You go back to when he was in Pittsburgh, which was kind of the last time that he was, successful start. I think it was 5-1.
Yep.
He's had, I think, 5 rushing touchdowns, all kind of in that red area. And so I think Andy Reid will figure out a way to use him for the benefit of the Chiefs. It also gives them a little bit of, leeway to bring Patrick Mahomes back at an appropriate pace and not necessarily rush it. But I think for Justin Fields, it gives him a real opportunity to get it together and get going.
Well, and he's going to get all of OTAs, all of that. He's going to get all the 1 reps. Mahomes can't do any of this. So he's going to get 1 reps for 2 months of OTAs with Andy Reid, with all that talent. And, I mean, it's if there's a chance for him to realize his potential at the pro level, this is probably the best shot at doing so. So I was happy for him. One other thing, and I know we have our own brackets we're going to fill out and all of those things, but one other thing on the college basketball tournament stuff this weekend. I ended up watching – I was bouncing around and watched quite a bit of this throughout the weekend. Saw Arizona's game winner against Iowa State. Saw Akron's game. I mean, that MAC final was nuts.
I did not see it.
So once Miami loses, by the way, Akron was the favorite, but once Miami loses, now all the pressure shifts to Akron.
Yeah.
So Friday night they get their wagon wheel game against Kent State on Friday.
Yep.
They handle their business in that, and then all of a sudden they're playing Toledo on a Saturday.
And they were heavily favored.
And we were down 14 at half.
Yeah.
Down 10 with 12 minutes to go. And then the kid hits a shot to win it with 2 seconds left.
Local kid.
Yeah, Cleveland kid, right?
Yeah.
The freshman guard from Toledo, I told my friends in Scarlet and Gray, go get that kid. Go get that kid down there because he can go. But I just thought of there is a desperation to it. And I think what was really cool, whether you're Arizona and you're the number 2 overall seed in the tournament, a team, by the way, with their draw, that they should get to the Final Four. They should play for a national title. Their draw is really advantageous compared to what happened in the East, which I'm sure you have a lot of beef, as do I.
Yeah.
Not me.
Yeah, you're living high life in Arizona. You're a Michigan fan. You're living your best life, too. That's a coast, in my view, to the Final Four for those 2 teams. But whether you are Akron and you're playing for, if we lose this game that we are favored to win, if we lose, our season is over. Because there's no real value in the NIT or any of that stuff anymore because kids just want to transfer and get out. So you win that game that you're supposed to win and your season continues. You lose it, it's over. And the kid steps up and hits a 3. They go nuts, obviously, as they would. Gross was emotional. That was all very cool. Or you're Arizona, where you really have nothing to gain. But they didn't play that way.
They're a 1 seed.
They're 1 seed regardless.
Yep.
And kid hits a shot at that game with them and Iowa State was as good a basketball game on Friday night as you're ever going to see. They just traded buckets for the last 5 minutes. It was an unbelievable game. It's amazing how college basketball gets that you still play that hard through the conference championship in conference tournaments. The big picture thing is, want to cut down the nets, get to a Final Four, Sweet 16, all of that. But in the moment, it's like they're playing for their playoff lives, whether you're Arizona or Akron, who actually was.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
I think it has a little bit to do with the fact that it is not as – of course there are injuries in basketball. I'm not saying that, but it's not – the likelihood of football. Maybe, but I don't know. They really still have there's something about it there's a pride in it.
Yeah, it is. They want to win it. Arkansas surprised everybody, won the SEC title, beat Vanderbilt on Sunday. Kind of came out of nowhere a little bit. This Acuff kid's a stud, and they did it. It was like they cut down nets. We won. It's like they won the national title, or Purdue beating Michigan. It's a big deal.
Duke.
Yeah, Duke. All of their accomplishments.
Duke's point guard's out for the year.
Yeah, Duke's got a couple of big injuries.
And their center, I was like, the ACC, just take the tournament off. Nope.
No, we're winning it.
We're going in to win it.
Yeah.
I also think, and you could correct me if I'm wrong, or if you think it's wrong. Being hot in basketball matters. Being. You don't want to just go out there and lose a game for no reason. You know what I mean? And if you think about it, they're going to play – Arizona played Friday, and I think they play their first days of Friday.
They played Saturday, too, because they played for the Big 12 championship Saturday.
Yeah. So they play Friday, Saturday. They're going to play this week. I think it's Friday, Sunday. I think they're on the second schedule. Is that right?
I believe they are.
I think they're the Friday, Sunday.
They're Friday, the 20th.
Yeah, the 20th.
Yeah, so they're going to play Sunday. Yep.
So that's 2 more. Then the next week, all goes well, they're going to play 2 more. They're going to play 6 games in the span of what's really 15 days.
Yep.
6 games in football would be over the course of a month and a half. And in a bowl, when you get into playoffs and everything, they'd play. You wouldn't even play. They play a couple games in 2 months.
Oh yeah.
So like the momentum of it doesn't. It's such more of a singular event.
I
think that's fair.
I think in basketball you want to be playing well. You want to be having success, and the injury risk, while it exists, injury risk exists at any point, is different. It's a different calculus than it is in football. Football is just an insanely is a war of attrition type of a game.
Yeah, it is. I think all that I co-sign. I think it's one of two things you want in the conference tournament. You either want to be upset early so you get the extra rest.
Yep.
Or you want to win the damn thing.
Yep.
And momentum. That's it. This is the most this is the most imperfect way you could ever determine a national champion. The best team doesn't win this thing.
No.
Almost never does the best team win this thing. But that's the beauty of it. And that's why we love it, is the randomness. Because it's fun, because anything can happen.
It's one game.
Just one game. It's crazy, like one game. And especially football physicality. You rarely get the upsets in football. Like, it's hard. In basketball, it happens all the time because one team gets hot, knocks down threes.
Well, think about it. Although, get young Gabriel for a second because I need him to make sure I'm right on this. You probably know the answer too.
He's listening.
Okay. In the Champions League, right? Don't they play 2 games in each round?
Yeah,
a home and
away
aggregate.
Yeah, up until the finals.
Except the finals 1 game, which to me is the
one game.
Craziest thing of
finals
all.
Finals 1 game, and it's at a neutral site.
That Everything else is home and away, yeah.
So it's kind of like the Super Bowl. I understand that. It's just funny. It should almost be like 3 games. It should be a home, and then if it gets to a third,
then do that, yeah.
But that's why they do that there. They want if you play twice, the best team is more often than not going to advance.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Whereas this is, you get cold one day, and some other teams throwing in threes. Everybody can shoot now.
Everybody can shoot.
That's the biggest difference in basketball. Even the limited bit that I've watched, and I have this last week thrown on, just in the background.
You're going to get little Zona fever because you're going out there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So when is their game? They play Friday at 1:30 Eastern.
Yeah.
So are you flying Friday?
No, I don't leave until the following Wednesday.
Oh, okay.
I'm here.
Oh, okay.
I might have to be, I don't know if we're doing on that Friday. I know
but
you're not here. I know.
Make it a little creative.
Maybe it'll be young Gabriel.
Give him a shot.
You're working Friday and Monday, and then you're off.
I don't
have you working any other.
Give him a little.
What about if we do
the Young Gabriel
show?
We're
not pre-taping Friday.
The Young Gabriel show featuring Dr. J.
Yeah, the Young Gabriel show featuring Dr. J. And we'll do like 1 hour of his hockey calls because they're really good.
No.
There you go. We're going to work on that.
Thank you.
All right. Those are your hot topics today, presented by University Hospital, the official healthcare partner of your Cleveland Browns. We'll have some fun with some brackets. You'll hear from Coach Monken as well. That is coming up a little bit later in the program. Additionally, Z with new linebacker Quincy Williams. You have all of that to look forward to, which is nice. We are off and running on a Monday edition of the program. You listen to Cleveland Browns Daily. We're presented by Ballybet, official sports betting partner of your Cleveland Browns. Add more fun to your fan of the Ballybet Sportsbook app. Download today. Get 50 back in bonus bets. You place your first wager of 10 or more. Ballybet, official sports betting partner of your Cleveland Browns. This week's CBD fan vote bracket in honor of the NCAA tournament, selecting the best college basketball program since 2000. A little fun with the brackets here, kids. We got to come since 2000.
I gave you a sheet. There's a one sheet that from CBS Sports where they actually ranked the top 25 programs. That's how we came up with the idea.
Well, UConn should be number one, with all due respect. And I don't necessarily like them or all of it, but my God, they've won 5 national titles since 2000.
Oh, I know.
They got to be number one on this list. Dukies have won 3, Kansas 2. Carolina they were on the list, but they haven't. The last few years have been rough. So I'd go the NIL they've struggled with. I think Kentucky's is really a crazy one since 2000 because they probably spent next to Duke the most time at number 1 with all the Calipari juggernauts, but they've only got the 1 title. But they got to be on a list of top 8. Florida's got 3 titles. They got to be on there.
Arizona, no titles. 6th most wins since 2000.
I think they've only had a little bit of a time, though, where you looked at them. They had a couple of Sean Miller teams when it was.
They were good.
They were good.
I'm just
but they should be
behind Memphis.
It. Well, yeah, they shouldn't be behind Memphis. That's pretty silly. I guess just the Derrick Rose
So,
year.
yeah, we gave you the list of 25. We need 8 of them.
Well, Duke, Kansas, UConn, Carolina, locks. I think Kentucky and Florida are locks. That gets you to 7.
How's Michigan?
6.
Why is Michigan State up here so far? Why is Michigan
Because
State
they've always
fifth on
been
this?
there.
So is Arizona's always
won
good.
It. Not as much as Michigan State.
What,
last
meaty
25.
Cleves?
Arizona has not been as good as
Guy
you
stinks.
think in the 2000s.
I think it's mostly
They've won
been
the 6. They have a better record than the Spartans, and no national champions.
I think Michigan State just is. I don't know that Michigan State's ever missed the tournament.
Yeah, they're a bunch
It's
of
probably
bums.
why it's probably why they're on
even
there.
makes it
Couldn't
more
state
embarrassing.
the team Cleves.
I hate it when team Cleves 6.
Yeah, I think Arizona needs to be on there. I'm fine with them being
8.
in the
They
mix.
can be 8. They can get bumped early.
Yeah,
what about Villanova with 2 wins?
Nova's got 2 titles. They got to be on there too.
The Buckeyes teams from
No titles, a runner-up, and 1 Final Four. Plus, that would skew the voting. What about Gonzaga?
it's a pretty healthy resume.
I think in the last 25 years, I think of Gonzaga for sure. My God, 716 wins?
Yeah.
Is that – who's got more?
2 seconds, 5 Elite 8s, and 12 Sweet 16s.
The only teams that have won more than Gonzaga since the 2000s are Duke and Kansas. Holy cow. Yeah, I think Gonzaga's got to be on there.
Is Syracuse? Is that going back to Carmelo Anthony and Jerry McNamara?
You get the
and all
one.
that?
That's 03.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, for the sake of this, I think their ranking's pretty good. Duke's the one.
All right, so we have to get you do Duke as a 1 over UConn?
Yeah, I think I got to reward the titles. 5 titles.
5. They've won 1 out of
UConn's
every
gotta
5
be
years.
1. I get it.
Yeah, 2 Duke,
Yep.
Kansas 3.
Yep. Carolina 4.
Yeah, Carolina 4. Then, all right,
Probably
so then
Florida.
you're between UF, UK. Florida's got 3 titles. They had some teams that were awful in there too,
Yeah.
but they got the 3
3
titles. So
titles.
I think they got to be in there. They got to
Yeah.
be the 5.
I like
Who
Florida.
is?
UF, Florida,
Kentucky is the 6.
Kentucky 6.
Nova, Gonzaga, and Arizona are the other teams we were talking about. Nova's
Nova's got 2 titles.
2 titles, 4 Final Fours.
And they had most of the Jay Wright run, which
Yep.
most of the time they were the best team. That he was like the best coach who hadn't won one.
4 Final Fours, 5 Big East tournament titles, 8 regular season conference championships for Villanova.
I got it. We need to before we can throw Arizona by the wayside, which I feel like we could. I need to.
Yeah.
I need.
See, Arizona's been really good since they hired Few's assistant, the guy who's there now. Like he came, like the end of Sean Miller was pretty bad. Then I don't know, did they go from Sean Miller straight to this guy? I think they did. Because Miller got in trouble, and then he was at Xavier for 1 year, and then he's at Texas in the play-in game.
So Tommy Lloyd is the coach right now. Before that, it was Sean Miller. There was 1 year of a guy named Kevin O'Neill, and then before that, it was obviously Lute. So in 2000,
he get in trouble.
Well, he was at like Marquette, I think, at one point. Kevin O'Neill. I think he was an Illinois State coach at one point.
All right, hold on. Just help me.
Here, you do Arizona.
All right. So they have in 2000 they make it. I'm going to do Final Fours, runner up, Final Four.
You should probably include Michigan State in this.
No,
I know you don't want to, but
all right. So 1. So in 2000 they lose to Duke in the final. Then they make it to a regional final. That's an Elite Eight, right?
Yep.
Lose first round, lose second round, lose in the first round, lose in another regional finals. That's 3 Elite Eights. Lose in the second round. Lose first round, lose in the Sweet 16. So that's 4 of those. Regional final, that's a 4th Elite Eight. Regional semifinal, which is the Sweet 16, right?
Yep.
Regional final. This is 1450. I mean, that's 6 Elite Eights right now. We're at 8 Sweet 16s. First round, regional semifinal, another Sweet 16. Regional semifinal, another Sweet 16. Another Sweet 16. So they've got 13 Sweet 16s, 6 Elite Eights, and they made it to the finals once. 1 Final Four, 1 runner-up.
Okay, so Villanova, by comparison, 2 national championships, 4 regional, 4 Final Fours, 4 Elite Eights.
Okay. Does it say how many Sweet 16s?
I don't see that. But that's kind of what that's a tricky one. I'll tell you it would be interesting is Gonzaga versus Arizona.
Right, all right, I'm doing the Gonzaga.
That would be the tricky one is Gonzaga.
The thing that stands out to me, Michigan State, 6 Final Fours.
Yeah.
So
he played for the title. They lost to Carolina in like 2007.
Yes.
Is that the only time they even played for it other than when they won it with Mateen? They were always out in the Final Four?
All right. Gonzaga has 1 Elite Eight. It's so hard because then it starts saying third round, which is now because of the play-in.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Gonzaga's got in 2005, they get to an Elite Eight. 2008, they get to an Elite Eight.
They're not going to match it because they only.
I'm sorry. Those are just regional semifinals. Their first regional Elite Eight is 2014. Then they get to the national final in 2016. That's a third Elite Eight, a second final, a 4th Elite Eight. So 4 Elite Eights and 2 finals.
And they played for the national championship twice. Yeah.
Michigan State played for the national title once.
Just once. Yeah.
Same with Arizona.
And then Villanova's got the 2 titles, but they do not have the consistent.
No.
Not at all. And of the 4, really, Arizona, Michigan State, and Gonzaga are all still really good. I mean, they've all got.
If you count 2000, which 2000s, Michigan State has been to 2 national titles.
Because they won it in 2000.
Yes.
That's when they beat the Gators.
But they're not counting that. They're counting that as the 99 season.
99 season into 2000, yeah.
Which is weird.
I just want to put Arizona in just for Zago.
Well, you're the franchise, buddy. So just
put
them in.
Whoever's the 8 seeds losing in the first round of UConn anyway.
I don't think they will. I mean, because it's going to be a vote of our fans. So,
maybe they're not.
I mean, that's why if you put Ohio State in here, Ohio State,
right.
You can't have that.
Put Arizona in as the 8.
So you could have Arizona in as the 8. And then do you want to do, I think Villanova's got to be in.
So they're the 7?
Yeah. I mean, they got 2 titles.
Yeah, they got 2 titles. Yeah.
And then a lot of good teams. I think they've got to be in. And they've got, they won a title at the buzzer.
Yeah.
Kid hit a 3 at the buzzer to beat Carolina.
So they've won, because they also won in, 85?
Yeah.
That Ed Pinckney? Is that right? When they beat Georgetown?
Yes, they beat Patrick Ewing and Reggie Williams in Georgetown.
Ewing.
Yeah.
Rolly Massimino.
What's kind of interesting if you think about UConn, too, is UConn in the 2000s basically just switched places with UCLA. UCLA was a blue blood.
Totally.
60s, 70s, 80s, really. And kind of still a little bit through Ed O'Bannon. They had the Kevin Love year that was pretty good when they had Westbrook and all those guys. But then UConn is a blue blood, man. They've got 5 titles in the 2000s. I think they have 6 as a program, don't they?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, they won also. They won in 98, 99. So they've won
6 national titles in the last 26 years.
Since 1998. 6.
30 years. I mean, that's
and they've
nuts.
They've won with 3 different coaches in the 2000s.
You're right. Yeah, because they had Kevin Ollie, Jim
check
Calhoun, and now Danny Hurley.
Yeah.
Yeah, Calhoun.
3 different coaches.
Calhoun won.
He's won
3 of them.
Yeah.
Kevin Ollie won 1, and Dan Hurley's won 2. And then you add on the fact that, and I know that for our purposes, it doesn't matter, but you add on to the fact that, on the other side of it, the women have won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 11 of which have come since the year 2000, women's championships.
He's won half.
11. Yeah.
Yeah, won half the titles. So, yeah. I don't know what's in the water. I've never been over there. I've been to the state of Connecticut, but I've never been around the campus or anything.
Told is awesome. It's a great
Is it a cool
atmosphere to
joint?
watch a
Yeah.
game.
UConn's women's team has been in 36 tournaments,
Okay.
24 Final Fours, 12 championships.
I mean, the first one they won, I want to say, was in 95.
95, then,
Rebecca Lobo.
then 2000, 2, 3, 4, 9, 10,
Gina.
13, 14, 15, 16. So they have people that were freshmen in 13, if they stayed through 16, that won 4 straight national titles.
I think that's the Brianna Stewart, like Diana Taurasi
Taurasi, yeah, it's
era
gotta be.
when they were doing it. Yeah. Yeah, squads.
Squads.
Absolute squads. All right, so UConn's the 1, Duke's the 2, Kansas the 3, Carolina the 4, Florida the 5, Kentucky the 6, Villanova the 7, Arizona the 8. That's what we're doing. So the biggest snubs were probably Michigan State and Gonzaga. Because Gonzaga has the 3rd most wins. Michigan State's got 6 Final Fours. So those are probably the 2 where you have the biggest beef.
Yeah.
But,
You can only have 8.
yeah, it's our
only
bracket. We do what we want.
That's right.
When are we doing ours? How are we going to do this? We're going to follow. We're going to do this how we want to do it, or we want to do guts, or do you want to do by categories?
We were going to do mascot again.
So we've done
Remember
that
last year.
Yeah,
We did
like
the
you could
mascot.
do like one bracket that's like mascot fight to the death, one that's team cut, one that's like location. You could do one that's, where would an elf thrive? There's all sorts of things you could do. Pick one bracket each way. You just have to be honest in the
what
bracket.
city
Milk
we-
this bad boy.
What city we'd rather live in?
There you go. Where would you want to send your firstborn to college most? You could do that pretty easily with it. Yeah. This couple of thoughts on this. This is something people, while we're having a little fun here. I use this line all the time on my Columbus show in regard to college football games, but it applies here too. You have to remember they're making television shows. Mm-hmm. So if you're wondering why the East Regional is the way that it is, on our list, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many Hall of Fame head coaches are on this thing? There's 5 teams in the 20 best programs the last 20 years that are on this list. Louisville's on this list, and Louisville had Patino. Louisville's been really good the last 20 years, won a national title with Patino that they've taken off. So why does this happen? Well, it happens because there's television executives in that room that say, I need something that I can put back in the old days when Jim Nantz was on the call. I got to have a Jim Nantz round of 32 game. Where's Jim going to go?
Yep.
And so Ian Eagle will be at Duke, I'm guessing. They will definitely be in that regional. They're going to be at that regional because if you are them.
It's scheduled to be that way.
Is it? Yeah, of course. I didn't even know that, but I knew that that's how it would go. Thanks, Kev. Yeah, so they got Duke. Duke will get the winner of Ohio State and TCU. That's ratings magic. The night part of that pod will feature a round of 32 game between Kansas and St. John's.
Probably one of the top 5 games of the tournament if it plays out.
Oh, my God. 2 Hall of Fame coaches.
And then on the other side, which the only other area where it lists CBS, which is in the Midwest,
Yeah.
you're going to get most likely an Iowa State, Kentucky.
Yeah, Blue Bloods, Kentucky.
Yeah.
Michigan on the top line.
And on top line, yeah, Michigan, Georgia.
Yeah. The East Regional's nuts.
All right, can I just question, because I'm happy to be ignorant about this, but I'm looking at the play-in games and I see SMU and Miami of Ohio,
Yep.
Lehigh and Prairie View, Texas and NC State, Howard and UMBC. What is UMBC?
Maryland, Baltimore County. They're the Retrievers. Buddy Garrity's favorite team. They're the 16 that beat Virginia.
Yes. I was going to say, they have a history.
They're the
Never
16
heard.
that beat Virginia. But they should not be playing in.
They're 24-6.
The 16 seed
They should be
not
in.
Be,
Yeah.
You should take all the 11 and 10s. The last 8 teams that got in the tournament, they should be in Dayton. Miami should be in Dayton. That's fine.
Yep.
The last 8 that got in, they should be in Dayton. Don't have Howard. Howard wins the MEAC, and their reward is they got to play UMBC in Dayton. Come on, put them in the tournament. Let them play Duke.
Let them play Duke.
So yeah, this will be fun. All right, so we got that. We're all locked in.
Locked in.
All right, second hour, we will get to Coach Munkin. We're going to have a little fun on your weekend headlines as well. You have that to look forward to, which is nice. You listen to Cleveland Browns Daily. We're presented by Bally Bet, official sports betting partner of Cleveland Browns. Please bet responsibly. For the ultimate Browns gear, head to the Browns Pro Shop, a fanatic experience right next to Huntington Bank Field. Jerseys, hats, hoodies, collectibles, exclusive merch you're not going to find anywhere else. Shop in-store, online at shop.clevelandbrowns.com. The Browns Pro Shop, official merch for true Browns fans. Time for your weekend headlines. Hello, Gibbe.
Hi, gentlemen. We go right to college hoops.
Let's do it.
We've talked a little bit about it already. But we'll start with the NCAA tournament, of course. Which number one seed got the toughest path? Duke, Arizona, Michigan, or Florida?
It's Duke by 1,000 miles. You know this.
Yeah.
It's not even close.
And who's the true one seed in the field?
Duke.
Which
So
is
they're the number one
comical.
overall. They do this all the time. They did this to Ohio State in 2012,
Yep.
where they put Carolina and Kentucky in their regional when they were the number one overall seed. They do this to Kansas all the time. If you're the number one overall seed, because you're box office, they give you this gauntlet of blue blood teams that you always have to go through because they want to make sure that those television windows are covered. It's Duke by far. If you're Michigan, I know they're hurt. I know they're banged up a little bit, but holy smokes, go make a Final Four. If you're Arizona, the bottom half of that, unless DeBonsa goes nuts at BYU, there's nothing on the bottom of that bracket that should scare Arizona at all.
Gonzaga 30-3 and Purdue 27-8. Purdue is here because they just beat Michigan. Right?
Purdue was playing. The committee chair said this yesterday. By the way, he used a word in a way that I've never heard anybody use the word before. I'll get to that in a second. He said they had Purdue the fourth on the 3 line as a 3 seed, and then they rewarded them all the way to a 2 line for winning the Big Ten tournament.
Great for Arizona.
And they were playing some of the worst. They'd lost, I think, 4 or 5 out of 6.
That's what basically got Ohio State in.
Well, Ohio State went the other way.
Yeah.
Ohio State was they were bubble out when they lost to Iowa. Then they won 3 in a row. They beat Purdue, to your point, and then they beat Penn State, Indiana, and then they beat Iowa in the Big Ten title game. And that's what kept them on the 8 line. But Purdue as a 2 seed is crazy to me. Compare Purdue to Houston, compare Purdue to UConn. No thanks, man. So I like Arizona and Michigan both in their 2 sides. I think they're going to be Cruise City. Duke really is in a tough spot.
Oh yeah.
Imagine in the Sweet 16 if the numbers hold and you got to play Kansas, who athlete for athlete can match you, and they have there's probably 2 or 3 players in the country who can go toe to toe with Boozer and be an equal, and Peterson is absolutely one of them. And that's your Sweet 16?
That's tough.
That's brutal, man.
Is Arkansas not good?
No, Arkansas is good.
So
they're over there. That'll be a tricky one with Acuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can fill it up. Arkansas can play. But Arkansas to me should have been on a 3 line. I don't even know why they're there.
Arizona might have to beat Villanova.
They're not anything.
And then Arkansas.
They're better than both, though. Arkansas is getting a lot of juice just because they had the run through the SEC title, but they're a pretty inconsistent team. Acuff's a stud, though, for sure.
And Gonzaga's
the bottom of that.
Gonzaga's not good. Even though they're 30-3.
No,
They're
they're good.
missing
They're
one of
fine,
their,
but
they're missing one of their studs.
yeah. And BYU has DeBonsa, so I think he could just take over a game. So you never know, man. You shoot it well.
I want Arizona to win it. That'd be great.
Oh, I know
Really, you don't say.
Yeah. What's the
It's been
closest
too long,
site
dude. I
for
was
us?
in college. It's been way too long.
No first round. Buffalo the closest for us.
Yeah.
I will be in
I was
Buffalo.
going to say, Gibbe's
Are
going
you
to be in
going?
attendance.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
That's very fun. So you're getting Michigan. Well, the Georgia St. Louis game will be fun, and then you've got what are your other games?
Well,
Louisville.
We'll get in there on Thursday for it. Got to come back on Saturday, but
So you've
we have a date
got
Friday all day with the
Michigan,
bar.
Georgia, and then also on the other side you've got
Well, he's got Louisville.
South Florida, Michigan
State.
North Dakota State.
Yeah, that's a
Pesky
fun.
South Florida.
Yeah, that's a fun one. I like it. And then the Final Four is in Indy.
Which is great.
Yeah, it's a good spot.
It's undefeated.
Have they got that hotel built that they were building?
Are they gonna have just streets closed?
That's
don't know.
right.
Thoroughfares closed randomly?
Yep.
That seems like we were there 5 years ago. Am I wrong? It was 2 weeks ago, wasn't it? 3 weeks ago?
I don't know.
3
I've been to
weeks.
Kansas
3
since.
weeks
I don't even
ago?
know where I'm at.
Like we got there 3 weeks ago today. That was the Monday we arrived, was 3 weeks ago today.
I don't know.
think
If you
that's
say
right.
so. I have no idea.
But it seems like
2 months ago, yeah.
Did that even happen?
I don't know. I don't know what happens to all this.
That's right. We already talked about the Red Hawks. We think that they made the right call making them one of the first 4 in. It sucks that they're playing at 9:10 on Wednesday.
Yeah, I think I'm not that. I've never been to Oxford, but Oxford it can't be 2 hours from Dayton.
Oh no, it's not.
Yeah, like Zucker on the call yesterday was saying, well, they're 2 hours from Dayton. I'm like, Ohio's not big enough for Oxford to be 2 hours from Dayton. It's got to be less than an hour, doesn't it?
I think it's like
hour and 4 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, just over
right at an
I
hour.
thought. That's
okay.
Okay.
So I've never been to Oxford. Hole in the resume.
Yeah. I mean, there's no good way to get to Oxford.
No.
It's just tough.
Miss K's been there.
Yeah. But
I
yeah,
bet she
it's
And her brother. And her sister.
Yeah.
All 3 of them.
Legacy.
Legacy.
yeah, it'll be interesting. I think that game. Well, no, that's Wednesday. I believe one of the assignments for the play-in game tomorrow night, one of the 2 games, there's a 3-person booth, and the 2 color analysts are Barkley and Dick Vitale.
Oh, it'll be fun. They won't have a clue what they're watching, but it'll be fun.
Correct.
I'm glad Dickie V can even do that with all that he's been through. I saw he just did he's doing a Planet Fitness ad right now.
So he's doing that for that's not an ESPN production, obviously. So this would be the first time that he's ever, because they've asked him to do in the year way back. There was, because remember Billis came over and did CBS games, even though he's an ESPN guy, like he did a regional. He was with Raftery and Vern. It was the best group, really. It was incredible. They were incredible. So ESPN did that. They loaned them Billis, and there was talk that they reached out to loan Vitale, and Vitale was like, I can't work. I won't do games for anybody other than ESPN because he had such loyalty to ESPN. So that'll be fun, though.
Yeah, I think True TV has everything for
He's a PTP
tomorrow and the following week.
So this is when I got to remember where True TV is.
I wish I could find. I would give a decent amount. Nothing crazy.
To
find my red T-shirt.
Yep.
That had Dick Vitale's face on a big head on a little body, and it said Arizona's #1 baby. It's got to be from like the late '80s on campus.
Yeah, it had to be at the bookstore or something like that.
Yeah, so 3 of the 4 play-in games are Jordan Kent, Jim Sponarkel, and Jenny Dell. But the Texas-NC State game tomorrow night is Brian Anderson, Charles Barkley, and Dick Vitale.
That'll be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they did Ohio fine, or Miami, Ohio fine.
I would agree.
I think it's fine.
I wanted to bring this up just because I saw the numbers and I started to do some research, and I'm like, interesting. Is Duke's Cameron Boozer actually having a better year than last year's Player of the Year and fellow Dookie Cooper Flagg?
I think it's equally as impressive, like better. I mean, statistically, obviously he's better, but I also think, like, in retrospect, when you understand who Coop was playing with, like Con Kneppel's on it. I mean, they're both on the team. Like,
yeah.
Kneppel's
I know.
shooting at a historic
Inbound
rate.
the ball.
Well, I know it's probably it's a bad one. It's really a bad one.
You don't say.
It's probably not. It's probably not like some of those Kentucky teams that didn't do it, but I mean, it probably is. It's probably like in that vicinity because, I mean, the biggest Kentucky miss was 14 when they were undefeated to the Final Four and lost to Wisconsin. But last year with Duke, they had to be. They were the number one. Were they the number 1 overall seed, or they certainly were a 1 seed?
Yeah.
And this year they're the number 1 overall. Lost all 5 starters. I mean, it's a big one, and it looks worse by the day with how good Cooper and Con are in the NBA.
Oh, my goodness. It's nuts.
It's like, geez.
Why is Kentucky, since you're more dialed in this, why is Kentucky a 7 seed this year?
They they went all portal, and they went and paid a lot of money for veteran players in the portal, upwards of $20-some million for a starting 5. I think they had 5 or 6 portal players, and the chemistry's been a mess. It's been an absolute mess.
At Kentucky?
Yeah, and they've
They should
lost.
be able to recruit. It's Kentucky.
Well, you don't really. Nobody knows what to do. So I really think the guy who's doing it the best is Bill Self.
Yeah.
At a Blue Blood, or it's Shire. Shire's got infinite money to work with, so he's based. What Duke has become is what Kentucky was under Calipari.
Yeah.
We're going to get 4 freshmen of the top 10 in the country. They're all going to come here. That's his model. Now, they haven't netted a national championship with that model. Self's model is, I'm going to get 1 or 2 bluest of blue blood stud 5-star recruits, and then I'm going to portal around it. And if you can land the plane on that, I think that's your best chance for success in March. Just historically, like all 18, 19-year-olds, it's just really hard to play against men. It just is for 6 games, which is what you need. So to me, and so that's what happened to Kentucky. Like they went all portal. I don't even know if they have a freshman in their group that's like that you'd be considered a dude. I think they're all vets, and chemistry's a mess. It's been a mess.
I don't know if Pope is able to connect with guys.
Seems like not.
He's awkward.
He is, yeah, and he takes things very personal. Like on the recruiting front, I've heard. Like, if a kid, like he always wants to do. From what I've heard on the recruiting front, like he wants to say, like, but we're Kentucky, and the kid's like, okay, great, but
what are you doing?
These guys are offering me 2.5, and you're offering me 1.8. So if you don't get to here, then I don't care if you're Kentucky or Real Madrid. I'm not going there. And I've heard that's what's happening.
Yeah.
Him. So, yeah, I mean that's kind of be careful what you wish for, right? Like they want to run Calipari out. And then he's at Arkansas, and he gets a cuff. Like all those kids would be at Kentucky right now.
Yep.
So
we go to the NBA here on Weekend Headlines. The NBA will hold a vote at the Board of Governors meetings next week to explore adding expansion teams exclusively in Vegas and Seattle, with the 2 franchises targeted for 28-29 per Shams at ESPN. Industry execs project ownership bids in the $7 to $10 billion range for each team.
How are they worth that?
I don't, especially like the Vegas, it's the arms race. Like how much money is, like it's Vegas, but from an attention standpoint.
You guys have been there more recently than I have to Vegas. I haven't been there in, oh my God.
It's insane how much growth there is.
Okay, that's what I was
There
gonna
are
ask. So where are so those there's just been
there are
suburbias popped up.
$120 million apartment like towers, the 8-story ones. As far as the eye can see, like I remember being there in this would have been like 2010, let's call it, just to use a round number.
Yep.
And I had to go from the Strip out to Summerlin, which is where we stay.
Okay.
Most of that freeway there's nothing.
Yeah.
And then you got up to Summerlin, and then there was like a little bit of a city there again. The entire way there, it is these apartment condo buildings forever. There must be there's a bazillion of them.
Really?
There must be a bazillion more people living there.
I'll be danged.
Like I've never it's nuts.
So, but yeah, everything I hear about like the industry of Las Vegas is that it's all down because there's gambling everywhere now.
Well, and it relies a lot on tourism, and
right.
Canada was actually a very big.
Sure.
Vegas was a big destination for many Canadian tourists, and Canadian tourism, as we know, is dried up significantly recently.
Yeah. Right. So
for some reason.
Yeah. So
that's been a big problem.
I guess that's what I was curious about. Is there enough population there that can support NHL, which was boots on the ground first, who they love. They've already won the cup. The Raiders, the Athletics, and a basketball team all in Las Vegas? Is there enough population?
I have a buddy that lives in Vegas, and he goes, the athletic thing is going to fail miserably.
Really?
He goes, they don't care about the Raiders unless the Raiders are winning.
Right. Yeah, like the idea that
yeah, he's like it's more visiting people coming in to watch the other team.
Like who the hell would go to Vegas to watch the Athletics? Like what are we doing? Like no offense, but I mean they had a home in the Bay Area. Like who in the hell, if you are a citizen of Las Vegas, I don't care that the stadium's climate controlled or not, you're going to get in your car and drive in to the Strip to go to a baseball game on a Tuesday? I just don't see it. I don't see it. So the last line, though, is why this happened, right? This is why this happened. Because now all of a sudden, the other 30 existing owners are going to split $20 billion.
That's right.
Amongst them in expansion fees. That's it.
Yep.
That's why they're doing it.
It just seems like you expand when
Shot
you're
in the arm.
hot. This is like this.
Or you get it while you can before the new television thing comes in and it's less.
Yeah.
So this is an influx. Because a year ago, a lot of people said expand. I remember Simmons talking about this. A lot of the expansion stuff's cooled way down because they don't want to split the revenue from the TV deals that they're coming two more ways.
You're right.
Well, now when you're talking about that type of evaluation, that makes up for the
doesn't
miss.
even make any sense, though.
No, it makes no sense. I mean,
That makes no sense.
the good news is the Seattle Supersonics will come back. By the way, this is going to happen by 28, 29.
That's what Shams is reporting.
So that's quick.
That's a real quick turnaround.
So the next thing that'll be very interesting, I don't know if you guys are even aware of this. Do you know what the NHL did for Las Vegas in expansion?
They stacked the deck, didn't
They
they?
loaded it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Golden Knights. That's why they
Yeah.
did so good. Yeah.
So like in the old days, you could protect a ton of players to expansion draft. They took that way down. So the Golden Knights played for the Cup year one,
That's insane.
an expansion team.
That shouldn't happen.
By the way, Seattle, the Kraken, they got to the West Final 2 years ago in like their second or third year of existence. So like, will the NBA stack the Vegas team so that they have success right away? Because in that market, I think you need to, or else Seattle's a little different. Seattle's got all sorts of. It's a massive city with a ton of population, and they'll be jacked up to have Sonics back.
Blowing up too.
It is, yeah. So they'll be excited to have the Sonics back and all that, and that'll be an easy one. But Vegas is interesting to me.
Yeah. I think we're so quick to put teams in Vegas that maybe we should stop and think about the financial ramifications of that. So
That's always where they rumored LeBron was going, right?
Yep. From the golf world, real quick, Cam Young wins the Players $4.5 million payday. Is there anything in golf more intimidating than an island green?
It is.
No, it's quite intimidating.
It is.
But the tee shot on 18 at Sawgrass under those auspices to hit it 375 and pipe it like he did, which is the longest drive that's ever been recorded on that hole in competition, was nuts. I mean, that's an incredible win. Ludwig Oberg choked it. He was way up.
40, right?
Yeah, we've seen 3 kind of chokes in a row now.
Yeah.
Shane Lowry, Berger, and now Oberg, which is kind of wild. But we almost saw 4 in a row, but fortunately my guy Bridgman held on and did just enough at the Genesis. Good win for Cam Young, though. Dramatic finish. I don't know that there is a more fun 3-hole finishing stretch in golf in big tournament that you know the course. I'm trying to think than 16, 17, 18 at Sawgrass.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the whole course.
That's why it's so awesome.
Are those 3?
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Because Augusta, it's, Amen Corner and, 11, really 10's very good, but 11, 12, 13.
Through 15. Well, 16's
14's fine, 15, and
They're all
16's
great.
good. But then
17
and 18 are kind of like,
Yeah.
18 you know it, but you're talking about at Sawgrass, all the reachable par 5, risk reward with water right, then the island green, then the big sweeping, long, difficult par 4 left with water left the whole way.
Yep.
Did you watch the Oscars last night?
I watched a little of it.
My wife did. My wife had it. I was
I
shocked.
watched a little bit of it.
I thought the stuff that they did for it started out with Rob Reiner and then Diane Keaton and then Robert Redford. And what was crazy is like they didn't do the same. I mean, they made like special in the in memoriam, but I mean, you also forget that like Robert Duvall and Val Kilmer and
so
many massive people passed, and so I thought that was great. I've only seen 2 of the films. I saw One Battle After Another and I saw Sinners. And One Battle After Another is incredible.
It was awesome.
Awesome.
Is Sinners good?
Yeah, it's a choice. I mean, it's good. It's really good.
Okay.
But I haven't seen the other ones. But yeah, I thought Kieran Culkin had a funny line. I didn't see this one live when he gave the award for best supporting actor to Sean Penn.
Sean Penn was
He said, "I'll accept this for Sean Penn, who is not here tonight or doesn't want to be here tonight," which I thought was a funny line. I thought.
Yeah.
He hasn't gone to any of them.
No. Well, he was at Golden Globes, wasn't he? Because I remember
Was he?
He was smoking at the table at the Golden Globes.
Oh. Then he wasn't. I think I haven't seen the Golden Globes, but he wasn't at the SAG ones because he wanted that too, and he was not there.
That was really cool. Michael B. Jordan won. He was first time I ever saw him was in The Wire.
That's right.
He's Wallace in season 1 of The Wire, which is that great line, "Where's Wallace?" string, like that whole thing. Like, so he's there, and then he's incredible in the back half of Friday Night Lights.
I think it's sequentially. I think I saw him in Friday Night Lights before
The Wire.
Yeah.
So when he's in the second part of this Friday Night Lights television series, which is all incredible, that's probably the best I've ever seen a series flip what it is.
Totally.
To go to just totally new cast.
Yeah.
And they crushed all of it.
Yeah.
And he's the quarterback in the last 2 seasons, and clearly he's an athlete. Clearly he can throw the football. And he just was made for it.
Yep.
He's really amazing. So I thought it was really cool to see him win for that as well.
And those are your weekend headlines.
I thought, by the way, 2 things were very interesting. Well, one thing was super interesting to me, and the other thing was I thought Conan was very, very funny and certainly was very direct with certain things that he said.
Yeah.
I thought their industry condemnation of AI was very interesting. I thought they used this Oscars very much as a platform to be like, we're not making AI movies. There's no AI animate. We're not doing any of that. They were like very anti-AI, and they had like kind of those pre-produced vignettes that were very anti-AI as well.
Do you think that they will hold firm on that?
I do think they're going to try to.
Yeah.
I don't know if they'll be able to, but they're certainly going to try.
Yeah.
But it was very clear.
They hit you over the head with it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Many times.
All right, there you go. Good job to you, Gibbe. We will head to the podium coming up next. You'll listen to Cleveland Browns Daily, presented by Bally Bet, official sports betting partner of your Cleveland Browns. Please bet responsibly. All right, welcome back in. Time to enter the podium, presented by Vivid Seats. Push your official fan experience package today for the ultimate game day. Here is new linebacker Quincy Williams.
Hey, Quincy.
You're done.
On here, it's so far.
Hey, Quincy. Mary Kay Cabot from Cleveland.com, Cleveland Plain Dealer. I wanted to first ask you, what can you sort of describe your relationship with Mike Rutenberg, and just talk about how he's coached you over the years and perhaps how excited you are to be reunited with him?
Oh, that's my dog. He's like my brother. First thing before we talk about football, the biggest thing is Rudy cares about the heart. Biggest thing, what I did off the field affects what I do on the field. So that's what he wanted to tackle both things, as far as like what I do on the field, so I can show up as myself, show up as this personality, always smiling as me, show up every single day at work like that. So he cares about that a lot. And then on the field, as long as he take care off the field, on the field should be easy. So he say that all the time. That's his biggest thing. But on the field, taught me every single thing I knew as far as like the linebacker positions in the league. Was with me the 3 teams I've been on. So we have a good relationship as far as like what he expects and what's his little niches that he may not have. I ain't gonna tell them though. You good.
And do you feel like you'll be sort of rejuvenated with him here this year?
I'll be rejuvenated, number 1, for having a different team. And then I'll be rejuvenated, number 2, by being in the same scheme. Number 3, also him being the defensive coordinator is one of those things where I know for a fact I'm going to be put in the best position possible. And then on top of that, I'm able to tell the locker room or tell the defensive guys that, hey, we're in good hands. Let's just play the play. Let's play the call. It's going to work out, because I know for a fact the relationship, and I know for a fact what his mindset is and what's his why. So I know he's off the field and I know he's on the field. So I'm here to help him feed his family too. I like that she called on people though. They usually just talk real loud and see who talked the loudest. Oh, I know that.
And so, Quincy, how would you describe the way you play linebacker?
Cheetah chasing the gazelle when he first wake up.
I like that. So could you expand on that? That's a good description.
Expand on it. Biggest thing is speed. So my mindset is be there before the ball gets there, or be there before the runner or receiver knows you're there. So that's my mindset. So the only way I can do that is by my preparation, number 1. That's making sure the game plan is right, making sure I know where I need to be, making sure I know where my teammates are too, so I know what plays I can take and I know what shots I can take. And so that all that put together, it looks like a cheetah chasing the gazelle, because I know where I'm going and I know how fast I need to be to get there before you turn around.
Do you know anything about the Browns defense before you got here?
A little bit. But for the most part, as soon as I got here during this car wash process, I got brushed up on everything. It's kind of going to be like the same defense and stuff, so I'm happy about that.
Hey, Quincy, just wanted to kind of go back to Mike. And what was it about when he came to New York and was your position coach? What did he kind of help unlock for you when he got to work with you there when it started in 2020?
When I first got to the Jets?
Yeah.
Playing freely. At the Jaguars, they were asking me to play in a box, as far as like technique wise and things like that. When I got to the Jets, they let me play free, let me be the athlete I am, as far as zones and things like that. And then also being more in the man coverage, not really being focused on my eyes until I got ready to train my eyes. And then later in 2023, that's when I was ready for the full package of the Jets defense, or whatever you can say, because I had first just got in. So with that being said, when I got the full defensive down, that's when it kind of like flourished in 2003 when I went all pro, where I picked up on the defense. I knew exactly where I was supposed to be at. I knew that it was simple, and it was just run and hit. So it was easy to play in.
And he was talking last week about, the difference.
I got to see this interview. Everybody talking about last week.
He was talking about connecting with players, and he talked the difference between connecting with you and connecting with CJ. And he said CJ was it was football. It was just that was the entry point. For you, it was a lot more man to man off the field. Can you sort of expand a little bit more on that, the way he connects with players?
So he cares about you as a person, and he understands that to get something out of a person, you have to first understand where the person come from and what type of person he is. So he do well. I think the scouts do now, as far as like finding out about a person. When they actually get in his room, he takes the time to actually, right before meetings and stuff, how everybody doing, what everybody got going on, families and stuff, ask about families. So then you feel comfortable, but you also feel connected to your position group because you know everybody's why. You know the person next to you. You even know the person who calling the plays and their why. So you know that what their mindset and what their goals is, and everybody on the same page. Everybody talking the same language, and we're gonna be a fear defense, or even more fear defense.
Hello. Hear me? Good?
Yeah, I just felt short
Okay.
with the camera. I tilted it a little
Quincy,
bit.
I got two questions. The first one you kind of touched on, but I'm going to ask it again. Making the first team All-Pros a career accomplishment for anybody. What are the things that came together to make that season so big for you?
Putting it all together, as far as off the field, my workouts, my training, and my the way I eat, and then on the field, my studying and taking my practice reps as games rep, and then also learning what everybody else is doing on the field and how do I fit in that piece. That what took it all the way over the top right there.
Okay, good. Second question is, were you ever the green dot guy with Rutenberg?
No, I wasn't the green dot guy, but it was because, well, his excuse was because you do all that running around. I need you trying to catch your breath on the way back, not talking.
Gotcha.
But I would love to wear the green dot though.
All right, thank you.
Quincy, you're entering a linebacker room that has Carson Schlesinger, Defensive Rookie of the Year. First of all, how familiar of his game last year, what he was able to do in his rookie year were you? And then what are your thoughts on joining that room and trying to add a punch alongside him?
I haven't really watched any of his film for real, other than the highlights I've seen from the NFL Honors. But I do want to give him his flowers for that, for receiving that when he entering the league, because it's only up from here. Me, I'd have figured it out a little bit later in my career, so I'm happy that he figured it out early in his career, and I hope he continue. Well, I'm gonna be here to make sure he continues to do it. So I'm excited about that. And then, what was your other question? I'm sorry.
And just being able to be in that room with him, and what's your excitement level of adding to a linebacker room that had success last year that now you get to add your touch to it?
My touch is gonna be the touch. I'm gonna be with you. So, the biggest thing is just being part of that room. Just trying to fill the room out first and see how much Quincy that the room can take, and then how much Quincy that the room is even needed in the first place. Just because it's a great group of guys already here, hard playing and stuff. So I know we won't have those conversations about effort. So we just got to figure out what other conversations that we need to get touched up on.
And then I wanted to ask,
for sure, is not one of them.
I also wanted to ask about the defensive line, and like being able to be behind a unit that is, so dominant and so able to get to the quarterback, to be able to kind of share in the responsibilities of getting there and also in coverage. Like, what's your mindset of playing behind those guys that the Browns have, especially like a guy like Myles Garrett?
I'm gonna be spending a lot of money on dinner because I gotta make sure them boys fed to keep the linemen up off of me. So that's my mindset right now as I'm walking through the rooms now. Just also seeing these the type caliber people we got on the D line and stuff like that. I'm gonna be spending a lot of money because as long as they keep me clean, we're gonna be good.
Hey, Quincy, I just wanted to ask about going through the shoulder injury last year and how you came out of that. And was it frustrating for you to break that 100 tackle season streak that you had going to have that streak fall off?
Now, that is a question I think about all the time that no one has ever asked me, though. That's crazy. So that did hurt me. It hurt me during the process, just because when they told me I was going to have to sit out for 5 games, and I was like, nah, I feel good. But the injury that I had was one of those injuries that, yeah, you can feel good, but if you take a wrong hit, that you might not be good if you don't give it time to heal. So I'm happy that they made me take the 5 weeks. It was very hard, those weeks, not doing anything, but coming back from it was very easy just because I was eager to play. I was ready to play. The training staff made sure I was strong enough, made sure that it wasn't no jarring or anything after the shoulder injury. There was no breaks or anything, so that was a blessing. First of all, I want to thank God for that also. And then coming back from it, my coaching staff eased me into it. So when I got ready to actually play, my starting spot was available, and went full speed, finished the season, had no problems with it after. Still have no problem with it now.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask follow
Yeah,
up. So you
have no
came out of the
problems with it
season
now.
totally fine. Okay. Awesome. Thank you so much.
A little shoulder touch to make sure, shoulder mobility.
Hey, Quincy. When free agency started, did you expect to land here, or how did that come about?
All right, so I ain't really expect nothing. My mindset was I'm going to play on the team. Now all I need to focus on what can I control, my body and how I show up ready for that team. So that's all I had focus on. I let my agent do what she does. Shout out to Nicole Lynn. She's a wonderful agent. And then I let the universe be the universe. I prayed about it. But other than that, I ain't really had no thought on it until Monday. And when I first got that call, the crazy thing, the first person to call me was Rudy.
And then when you're talking about last year, would you describe it as a frustrating season for you? I know things didn't go the way you wanted as a team, and does that give you motivation coming here?
Last year is one of those seasons where I felt like I didn't even play football. So that's kind of like why I want to keep it at. It's already over with, moving forward, new team, new colors, new everything. Right now, all I got to do is just change this green in my hair. Really. I'm over here still thinking about it because the green is because I'm the Joker, not because I played for the Jets. But it's just too close for comfort.
Thank you.
Hey, I actually need that clip. That's going to be a clip.
Hey, Quincy. Obviously, Rudy stepping into, his first role as a defensive coordinator, and he's obviously taking over for a really respected DC and Jim Schwartz. Just knowing what you know about him, what gives you confidence that he's going to step into that role, from position coach to coordinator, and have it be like a seamless transition with him calling plays and everything.
Not to be cocky, but his first thing he did was come and get me. That's the most important thing he did. I was going to make sure you keep him level-headed, so I know he's going to be positive in every single thing moving this year. We feed off each other. That's the main thing. So I'm going to make sure he's good the same way that I'm going to be good. But with that also, I'm going to push him the same way he pushes me. And with me being me pushing him, I would hope that the other players will feel comfortable enough to have those conversations with him too. And like I said earlier, when there's communication on all phases of a team, we're hard to beat because we all know what our why is and we all know what we're playing for.
Two questions real quick here, Quincy, if you don't mind. And the first one is, in looking back again, just very briefly to last year, just in relation to how it's
Hey, I just want to ask, is today going to be the last day that I get questions about the New York Jets, though? Even though I just signed? All right, bet. I'm good with that. Last one. Here we go.
Okay. So the question is, and it is as it relates to this season, just in reading up about last year, I saw that you were demoted. It was actually right before the Browns game when the Browns came up to play there. So you were demoted, and obviously that had to be really difficult for you. So how does that moment in time inform, your approach to this season? Are you vowing to never let that happen again, or how did that impact your game?
So I'm going to be completely honest right now. I haven't been completely honest just because I didn't want it to be a distraction during the season. But the reason why I got demoted wasn't because of performance at all whatsoever. If you look at the game before, I actually performed very well. But what actually happened was me and a coach got into a conversation about something that he felt like he didn't agree on, and he used his power and set me down, and I only sat down for 3 plays. So it was just so I didn't get to start. You feel me? Because if you actually look at the rest of those games, I was actually on point against. Wait, we played the Browns. So I go back and watch that game. So I was already mentally prepared and everything. It was really just a you're not going to start type mentality. So I played the rest of the game, only set out 3 plays and nothing else. I played the rest of the season, started the rest of the season, but I really felt like I didn't capture the story early, and I didn't feel like it was gonna get that much blow up. But I see that it really did. But now I can talk about it just because it's not a distraction anymore and the season is over with. But it had nothing to do with my performance. I mean, I performed that game, and then I performed the game out there and the game before. But yeah,
okay.
I just get that question a lot, and I was like, "Dog, it really blew up."
Well, I remember you having a good game against the Browns. I think it was 8 tackles, 3 quarterback hits, something
You feel me? I was playing off a rage because I didn't practice the whole entire week because he was trying to prove a point. So that Monday kind of felt kind of stupid because I didn't practice the whole week and I still came out and balled out. So that means I didn't need you.
And then the other question.
Let's not put that in there, please.
The other question real quick, and you touched on this a little bit in an earlier answer, but just specifically, I'm just wondering, what do you think of now that you get a chance to actually play with Myles Garrett? What do you think of this game how excited are you to play with him and help complement what he does?
I don't have no thought on it until I see it in person. I got to see it in person because right now I have an idea of it, and I'm gonna keep it to myself till I see it in person.
Okay, fair enough.
It's a great idea. Hold on now. It's a great idea, guys. It's a wonderful compared to a unicorn.
That's for sure.
Well, that's all we have for you, Quincy. Thank you.
Hey, thank you. Hopefully I hear more about you guys. It's a great introduction, great first interview, and I hope all the interviews are great after this.
Great stuff there. You listen to Cleveland Browns Daily, presented by Ballybet. Christian Kirk to the Niners.
I like that. It's a good signing for them. So now they're going to be able, in 11 personnel, to roll out there with Ricky Pearsall, Mike Evans, Christian Kirk, have Kittle, McCaffrey. Pretty solid skill group right there for Kyle Shanahan.
Yeah, they're ready to go.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, I'm telling you, the contender teams.
Yes, and it's a robust list.
I think it's a dozen or more that feel like they are.
I agree.
Yeah, it is.
30.
It's going to be fun. All right, always a treat. We are back tomorrow for more fun. You're listening to Cleveland Browns Daily. We're presented by Ballybet, official sports betting partner of your Cleveland Browns. Please bet responsibly.